Hey everybody, this is GGB. We're going to be getting back into this second quarter of action. We have a big 3rd and inches upcoming for the Independent Chiefs offense. It desperately needs to respond to a really good SEC Lions drive that resulted in a touchdown last time they were on the field on offense. They've been able to consistently drive down this football field. Cole Kmet has been a huge part of the game. And so it's going to be interesting who they go to here. They have a great back in Jamaal Williams, who they will not have after this year. So might take into consideration using him for these plays. You take advantage of what you have while you still have it in Jamaal Williams. But we'll see what they do. 3rd and inches at the start of the second. They're going to go empty set with Zach Wilson. Going to take the snap. Fire quickly on the curl. It's going to be a caught, and it's going to be a first down to the 15-yard line. And you guessed who caught that. It was Cole Kmet. Cole Kmet with his 5th catch for 45 yards. 4 of those catches have come on this drive, by the way. And this is why this drive has been so efficient, why this drive has been so good. It has been in large part because Cole Kmet is such a great player, and they're finally using him in the way they needed to. So inside the 20, you got to punch this thing in if you're an Independent Chiefs fan, right? Like, this is a prime opportunity to tie this football game up. Zach Wilson's going to go under center, trips to the top of the set. Takes the snap. He's going to go pass here. He's going to have time. Fires underneath. It's going to be caught for about an 8-9 yard gain by, I believe, Cole Kmet. Right? No, Chase Claypool with his first catch of the ball game. Chase Claypool's a guy you will have after this year. So important to get used to throwing to him. But unfortunately, you're not going to have Zach Wilson. So never mind. 2nd and 2 upcoming at the 7-yard line. The need to punch this in it's significant, right? If you're an Independent Chiefs fan, right? This is an important drive. Your defense has done a phenomenal job of forcing turnovers, but you can't expect that forever. You've got to punch back whenever the SEC Lions hit. Shotgun here for Zach Wilson, running back to the right of him. He takes the snap. Running back goes in for. He's going to fire. Over the middle, it's going to be caught. Touchdown. Oh, huge play from Zach Wilson, rolling out of the pocket. Gets the ball out. He throws to 13. But huge throw by Zach Wilson, getting out of the pressure. And Zach Wilson throws a dart into the end zone. It's caught for the touchdown. And just like that, the Independent Chiefs are an extra point away from tying up this football game. And this is not something I thought we would see with 13 minutes and 54 seconds left in this second quarter of action, is the Independent Chiefs hanging tight with the SEC Lions. So often we see the 8 seed get blown out by the 1 seed in the first couple minutes of a game, but actually holding on pretty tightly is the Independent Chiefs, right? Like, they're fighting the SEC Lions tooth and nail right now. And they have a tied ball game, and a large part of that is Andy Reid. I just realized Andy Reid, I believe, went to BYU. So not only do you lose your quarterbacks next year, you won't have Andy Reid's offensive line, and you won't be the Independent Chiefs next year, which is crazy to think about. Andy Reid, with BYU moving to the Big 12, if the Chiefs win another Super Bowl, he's going to be the Big 12 coach next year. And talk about an upgrade. It's going to be returnable by the SEC Lions. They're going to bring it up the middle, going to get it to about the 26-yard line before he's tackled. And onto the field comes Joe Burrow in this offense. Keep in mind, they have made mistakes. This has not been a mistakeless offense. Remember, Joe Burrow has thrown an interception in the red zone, and their running back, Josh Jacobs, fumbled inside the red zone. So 2 turnovers forced by the Independent Chiefs on defense has allowed this game to be tight, but both of those drives resulted in all 3 of their drives resulted in either a touchdown or getting inside the red zone. Yes, to force a punt is the Independent Chiefs with Joe Burrow's X Factor activated. Under center with a tight formation is the SEC Lions. He's going to bring a man in motion. He's going to hand off up the middle, and he is actually going to get a good amount. It looked like nothing there for Nick Chubb. He ends up getting 4, but still, Independent Chiefs' run defense has steadily improved as this game has gone on. They've been able to key in on the run, forcing Joe Burrow to make passes, which, again, Joe Burrow can make these passes, especially with his X Factor activated. 1 tight end set, running back to the right of him. He's going to take the snap, Four-man rush. He has time. He fires across the middle. It's going to be caught for the first down at the 40-yard line. Joe Burrow completes his 9th pass of the ball game. Firing across the middle to an open man. And that throw to Kyle Pitts is going to give them a first down. 1st and 10 at their own 40-yard line. Matthias Farley with another tackle in this game. X Factor still upgraded. Running back to the right of him. Looks like possibly a blitz by the Independent Chiefs. They're going to run up the middle. And he's going to be able to fight his way for 2 yards, but not a lot there for Josh Jacobs. Really keying in on the run here if you're the Independent Chiefs. And if you're the SEC Lions, you take advantage of that, right? You have an insane receiving core. Jamar Chase, Justin Jefferson, A.J. Brown, Kyle Pitts, a nuts receiving core. And this is where, in my opinion, I would go deep, right? Like, I would go deep if I'm an SEC Lions fan. Play action deep. They're keying on Nick Chubb and Josh Jacobs. Take advantage of that and try and hit him for a deep ball here. Trips to the top of the set. Shotgun here is Joe Burrow running back to the left of him. He takes the snap. They bring a blitz. He has time. He fires it. It's going to be caught inside the 40 of the Independent Chiefs. That catch there by A.J. Brown for his 2nd catch of the ball game. And just like that, the SEC Lions are driving once again inside the 40-yard line in opposing territory. A.J. Brown beats him on a flag route. And Byron Jones just has to tackle him at the 39-yard line. And it's just like the SEC Lions, you got to say, like, if you're an SEC fan, if you're going to key in on the run, our passing game is just as good. Under center is Joe Burrow, fullback on the field. They're going to go handoff up the middle. He has some blocks, but a 5-yard gain. But like that could have been way more. The Independent Chiefs have been doing a phenomenal job of keying in on that run game. So we're going to bring up 2nd and 5. 11 and a half minutes left to go in the second quarter of action. Can the SEC Lions get a lead in this game? Shotgun running back to the left of him, trips to the top of the set. He takes the snap. He fires quickly. It's going to be caught. And he's going to be just short of that line to gain. 3rd and 1 upcoming. Caught there by Kyle Pitts for his 3rd catch of the ball game. Julian Love with the tackle. A lot of this defense you keep, by the way. I know I've been talking about how much you lose on offense. This defense basically returns if you're an Independence fan. Shotgun here for Joe Burrow, running back to the left of him. Takes the snap. He's going to have time. He fires underneath. It's going to be caught, but he went backwards, and he's going to be short of the line to gain. 4th and 2 upcoming. Big tackle made there. They try to get it to Kyle Pitts. And in the open field, Kyle Van Noy, the veteran, makes a huge open field tackle to force. You got to think a field goal here. The SEC Lions have a good enough kicker that this should be an easy make. But yeah, I mean, he catches it, he runs past the sticks, and then Kyle Van Noy makes a big tackle to keep him short of the line to gain. Going to bring up 4th and 2. You got to think they send their kicker onto the field, unless they go for it here. They're going to go for it. Wow, 4th and 2 at the 32-yard line. Chance for a huge stop if you're the Independent Chiefs. Under center is Joe Burrow, fullback on the field. They're going to hand off up the middle. He has space. He's going to get the first. Huge run by Nick Chubb. Going to get the first down. Keeps the drive alive. And a chance at a touchdown stays alive if you're an SEC Lions fan. Hurts if you're a Independent Chiefs fan because you were that close to getting off the field. But it's really hard to stop this I form for this SEC Lions team with the Nick Chubb in the backfield. Under center with trips to the bottom of the set is Joe Burrow. Nick Chubb directly lined up behind him. Going to bring a man in motion. He's going to go hand off to Nick Chubb, and that's going to go nowhere. 1-yard gain for Chubb, and again, flying in there, Kyle Hamilton makes a big tackle. I mean, it's just like this defense is doing a great job running to the football and getting big-time tackles in the open field and inside the middle, clogging up running lanes. They're doing a great job against the run. But if you're the SEC Lions, I don't understand why you're not taking advantage of this in the passing game. Use your play action more. You have an insane receiving core. Use them. Shotgun here for Joe Burrow. He's going to call an audible. Running back to the left of him. He's going to go handoff up the middle to his running back. He's a huge hole. Just as I was talking about, they'd get it inside the 10. Josh Jacobs with his 8th rush of the ball game, and he's going to get it 1st and goal for this team. Chance to take a 14-7 lead here if you're the SEC Lions. The Independent Chiefs, you need to hold firm here, and you need to force a field goal. Because your offense, well, it had a good drive last time. The other 2 drives resulted in 3 and outs. So you need to figure out a way to get a big-time stop here. Great run there by Josh Jacobs. Great audible by Joe Burrow to get out of that and get into a run for Josh Jacobs, who had a huge hole. At the 8-yard line, they're going to bring 2 tight ends, and under center is Joe Burrow. Running back directly behind him. Looks like a blitz by the defense. They're going to back out 4-man rush. He has time, eventually pressured, and he's going to get sacked. Yo, Tonga with just a huge bull rush up the middle. He's double-teamed. He pushes both offensive linemen straight back, and he sacks Joe Burrow for an amazing play by Tonga. He is double-teamed on this play, and he just ends up getting a big-time sack. Great play made by Tonga. Actually, I'm sorry, no, the other guy was double-teamed. They credit the sack to Tonga. But great job by the other guy. He pushes through the double team. He forces Joe Burrow to go kind of into where Tonga is, who's pass rushing very effectively in his own right. But huge sack, going to put him at the 12-yard line for 2nd and goal. Shotgun here for Joe Burrow, running back to the right of him. He's going to take the snap. He's going to go pass here. It's a screen. He gets it out, and he is going to be tackled to the 9-yard line. Not a huge gain there. Going to get only 3 yards. Going to bring up 3rd and goal. Josh Jacobs with his 3rd catch of the ball game. Going to bring up 3rd and goal. Chance for a huge stop here if you're the Independent Chiefs. Huge stop. Try and force a field goal here and only be down 10-7 with your offense with a chance to take the lead or tie the game with the next offensive possession. But yeah, I mean, it's a good goal line stand so far. Can they hold up for one more play? 3rd and goal from the 9-yard line. Empty set is Joe Burrow. Looks like probably a 4-man rush by the Independent Chiefs. They do bring a 4-man rush. He's going to try and scramble. He throws to the back of the end zone. That's going to be incomplete. Going to bring up 4th and goal. And the Independent Chiefs force a huge field goal inside the 10-yard line. They had a 1st and goal at the 8. And the defense holds up strong and forces them to go -1 yards. I mean, go back a yard. Yeah, I mean, great defensive stop there for the Independent Chiefs to force a field goal. Onto the field comes their kicker. And he's going to kick it straight through the uprights. That's going to be a 10-7 lead for the SEC Lions. I believe Carlson there with that kick. Good kick by Carlson. Carlson's a solid kicker, if not spectacular. If unspectacular, he's a solid enough kicker. He's reliable enough. So they take a 10-7 lead. But the Independent Chiefs are going to have a chance to either take their first lead of the ball game or tie the game once again. The game has been tied twice before. There's been 2 lead changes. But a chance to have our 3rd tie of the ball game or our 3rd lead change of the game. The kick is off. It is going to be returnable. He's going to bring it out of the end zone. Going to get it to about the 24-yard line, 25-yard line. They mark him before he's tackled. And it's Isaiah Rogers Sr. I always like having corners return kicks and punts because they're not going to be immediately back onto the football field, so they don't lose any stamina. But 1st and 10 at your own 25-yard line, can Zach Wilson orchestrate a 75-yard drive for a touchdown to take the lead in this football game? Can he do it against this stout SEC Lions defense? A lot of star players all over this football field. Got to get the ball to Cole Kmet, you got to think. Shotgun here, running back to the left of him. Looks like a possible blitz by the SEC. They back out. 4-man rush. He fires quickly across the middle. It's going to be caught. Gets the ball quickly to, I believe, Cole Kmet for a 6-yard gain. And you're talking about who your offense has been, and it has been really all Cole Kmet here today. Again, 6th catch of the ball game. 5 in the past 2 drives. It's going to bring up 2nd and 4. And, I mean, like, that was a quick decision. Gets to Cole Kmet quickly. And he's able to get 6 yards out of it, so why not? But yeah, 2nd and 4. Shotgun here. Running back to the right of him is Zach Wilson. Trips to the top of the set. Takes the snap. He's going to hand off up the middle. Jamal Williams is going to get stuffed immediately. Only gets a gain of a yard there. And Jamal Williams, who is such a huge part of the win against the Mountain West Vikings, has been really kept in check here by this vaunted SEC Lions defense. Really, the only person able to get going offensively has really been Cole Kmet. Cole Kmet has been able to exploit his matchup against the SEC linebackers to his advantage. going to bring up a big 3rd and 3, right? You cannot just punt this ball right back to the SEC Lions, who just drove down the football field and got a field goal. Your defense did a great job holding them to that, but still, running back to the left of him, trips to the bottom of the set, takes the snap, fires quickly, is going to be caught over the middle, is going to be a first down to the 39-yard line, 7-yard gain, and you guessed it, getting the ball out quickly to Cole Kmet for his 7th catch of the ball game, and that's really all you need to do. By the way, Miles Boykin was the one that punched it in last time. Good touchdown there by Miles Boykin to get open and get that touchdown. Huge player has been Cole Kmet here today. He has been really the star of this Independent Chiefs offense. Their defense has been what has kept them in this football game, but their offense, it has been Cole Kmet. Tight formation, shotgun here is Zach Wilson. He takes the snap. He's going to pass. Once again, he tries to scramble. He has a man right on him. He's going to get sacked. Back to the 29-yard line. Von Miller with his 2nd sack of the ball game. And Von Miller puts the Independent Chiefs in an awful situation in 2nd and 20. He tries to scramble out of this as Zach Wilson, but he's not as fast as Von Miller. And Von Miller gets a big-time sack for the SEC Lions. After the Independent Chiefs just got a first down, they force him back 10 yards, and now they got to get 20 yards in 2 downs. Great position for the SEC Lions defensively. 5.5 minutes left to go in this 2nd quarter of action. Shotgun here. Von Miller with his X Factor activated is Zach Wilson running back to the left of him. He's going to take the snap. He's going to go pass. He has time. He scrambles. He throws on the run. It's going to be almost intercepted. Really trying to force the ball into there, the wide receiver, and it's going to bring up a 3rd and 20 with 5 minutes and 31 seconds left to go in this 2nd quarter of action. Zach Wilson in a big place. You don't really want to try and get all 20 on this play. It seems unrealistic, and you don't want to force the ball into danger. Look like a possible mid-blitz here, although they could back out some people. Empty set for Zach Wilson. Takes the snap. They do back out some people. 4-man rush. He fires underneath. It's going to be incomplete. 4th and 20, they're going to have to punt this ball right back to this SEC Lions offense, who, by the way, has yet to punt in this game. They've had 4 possessions. They've had 2 turnovers, 1 touchdown, and 1 field goal, but every single drive for the SEC Lions ended inside the Independent Chiefs' 20-yard line. Whether that was a turnover, Johnny Townsend punts this ball away, almost blocked there, but he's able to get a boot away to the opposition's 25-yard line. And that is where the SEC Lions offense is going to take over. And if you're the Independence defense, you got to step up once again. I know you've been put in a lot of tough situations, and it's been insane to hold this SEC offense in 4 possessions to only 10 points. They've been doing a great job. They forced 2 turnovers. But the Independent Chiefs offense does not look like it's going to be lighting up the scoreboard today. So if you have any chance of winning, it's got to come off the backs of the defense. So this is going to be a very important drive. Can they force their first punt of the game with 5 minutes and 21 seconds left in the 2nd quarter of action? Tight formation. Under center is Joe Burrow, who's lost his X Factor, by the way. He's going to take the snap. He's going to go pass here. He's going to have some time. He fires underneath. It's going to be caught and out at the 30-yard line. 5-yard gain by Kyle Pitts. Kyle Pitts has become a fan favorite for Joe Burrow to target here today. Kyle Pitts with his 5th catch of the ball game, but not as many yards to show for it as Cole Kmet does. 2 tight end set. Under center is Joe Burrow. Running back directly behind him. Receivers to the top of the set. Takes the snap. He's going to go play action to his running back. He has time. He fires it over the middle. It's going to be incomplete. Great defensive play made there by number 52 for the Independent Chiefs. He's able to punch his way through there. I believe it was Kyle Van Noy with yet another big defensive play for this Independent Chiefs defense. And it's going to bring a big 3rd and 5. Chance to get your first stop of the ball game if you're the Independent Chiefs. Looks like possibly a 3-man rush. I bet they bring a linebacker here. Trips to the top of the set, running back to the left, takes the snap. They bring a 4th man. Joe Burrow scrambles to the left. He has some running room, but he's going to get sacked and fumble. Huge play made by the defense. Huge play. Drew Tranquill. And Joe Burrow fumbles. And who's 72? Is that Tonga? 72 makes a huge play for the Independent Chiefs offense. Independent Chiefs team that sets the Independent Chiefs at least in field goal range. Chance at a touchdown here if you're the Independent Chiefs. Inside the green zone already is where you start offensively and 3 turnovers for the SEC Lions in this football game so far. It has just been massive plays by the Independent Chiefs defense forcing turnovers. Looks like Von Miller still has his X Factor activated. Shotgun here. He's going to take the snap. He's going to fire quickly. He's going to be caught inside the 15-yard line to the 12. Zach Wilson fires that ball quickly, and it is caught by Will Fuller with his second catch of the ball game. You love to see it. Will Fuller, you'd like to see get it more involved in this football game, considering he's wide receiver 1. And a massive first down for the Independent Chiefs thanks to that Will Fuller catch. Throws it right on his back hip, right where it needs to be for Will Fuller to catch that. Will Fuller with the awareness to catch that football. And just like that, 1st and 10 from the 12-yard line. Can the Independent Chiefs punch it in and take the lead in this football game? Shotgun for Zach Wilson, running back to the right of him. Takes the snap. He's going to have time. He's a screen out to Jamal Williams, who doesn't have any blocking, and he's going to lose 3 yards on the play. Play made there by the SEC Lions defense. Good play made there by Stephon Gilmore. Stephon Gilmore entering the trail end of his career. It's going to be interesting to see who the SEC Lions have take over that different corner position, but they have plenty of talent there moving forward. Stephon Gilmore with a big-time tackle, though, on Jamal Williams. Going to bring up a 2nd and 13 from the 14-yard line, and if you're the Independent Chiefs, you have to punch this in. You cannot settle for a tie. Your defense gave you too great a field position to squander it, right? Shotgun here for Zach Wilson, running back to the left of him. Takes the snap. He's going to go draw up the middle to Jamal Williams, who's able to actually push his way for a 2-yard gain, but it's going to bring up a 3rd and 11. And a chance for a huge stop here, the SEC Lions defense. As great as I've been ranting about how great the Independent Chiefs defense has been playing, SEC Lions defense has been playing phenomenal. It's been more expected considering they're high overall, but they've been doing a phenomenal job holding the Independent Chiefs to only 7 points, and holding them to a field goal here would be awesome. Shotgun here for Zach Wilson. Play action to Jamal Williams. He has time. Zach Wilson has forever. He fires to the end zone. It is going to be incomplete. Trying to force that ball into a tight window. It's going to bring up 4th and 11. And the Independent Chiefs are going to trot out their kicker, Justin Yoon, to try and tie up this football game. Disappointing you couldn't punch it in, but your defense gifted you 3 points. You cannot let those go to waste and not kick this field goal. Justin Yoon out there to kick this one straight through the uprights. With 3.5 minutes left to go, Justin Yoon's kick is up. It is good, and it is a tie ball game in Detroit. Thanks to some big plays by the Independent Chiefs defense. The Independent Chiefs are very much in this football game, and they are tied with 3 minutes and 18 seconds left to go in this second quarter of action. This has been some phenomenal play by the Independent Chiefs to keep themselves in this football game and continue to have a chance to move on to the next round, move on to their first conference championship, and pull off the biggest upset in Conference Champions history. Can they do it? Can they upset the number 1 seeded Lions, and can an 8 seed move to the championship round for the first time ever, be the lowest seed ever to make it to a championship round? We shall see. It's going to be returnable, and the SEC Lion is going to get it to the 28-yard line. Going to bring up a 1st and 10 with 3 minutes and 15 seconds to go. And can Joe Burrow exact his revenge? He's had 2 turnovers on the day. 3 turnovers for this offense overall. 2 fumbles and 1 interception. 1 fumble by Joe Burrow and 1 fumble by Josh Jacobs. It has been a lot of turnovers, but the offense has actually looked pretty good when able to get in their rhythm, right? They have 10 points for a reason, and it's not like the Independent Chiefs where they were basically gifted 3. All 10 of their points have come on long drives, and they've had 2 drives where they were very long, and they just ended up in 0 points because of turnovers. Empty set for Joe Burrow, takes the snap. They bring a blitz. He fires quickly. It's going to be caught underneath for a gain of 6 yards. Going to bring up 2nd and 4. Good gain on 1st down to Evan Engram. Evan Engram's a name you're probably not going to hear a lot considering he's tight end too, but he's actually a pretty solid tight end too, so it's going to be interesting. 2nd and 4 with 3 minutes left to go in this ball game. Can the Independent Chiefs keep this tied heading into halftime? 2nd and 4, good gain on 1st down, again for the SEC Lions. You can still run the ball here. You have 3 timeouts, 2-minute warning still. You have plenty of time. So you can still rely on Nick Chubb and Josh Jacobs, 2 of your better players. Shotgun, 2 tight end set. To the left of him is his running back. Takes the snap. He's going to go pass. He quickly gets it. Underneath it's actually going to be incomplete. They drop the ball. Going to bring up 3rd and 4. Good defensive play by the Independent Chiefs to punch that free. But a chance at a 3rd and 4 stop for the Independent Chiefs. And right when your offense just got a field goal and you got a big turnover, you have a chance to get a big stop force the first punt of the game, and get the ball back to your Independent Chiefs offense with a chance to take the lead heading into halftime would be massive for the Independent Chiefs, right? First lead of the game. So chance for a huge stop here if you are the Independent Chiefs with 2 minutes and 41 seconds left in this ball game. Trips to the bottom of the set. Shotgun for Joe Burrow. Running back to the right of him. Takes the snap. He has time. Plenty of time. Four-man rush isn't getting into him. He scrambles to the right. He throws it across his body. It's going to be intercepted. Oh, my God. Fourth turnover of the game. Isaiah Rodgers Sr. comes up with a massive play for first and 10 inside SEC Lions territory. Joe Burrow throws across his body, and it's just inaccurate. And Isaiah Rodgers Sr. takes advantage of it. I believe the only UMass player on this football team. And they will have him next year. Makes a huge play for this Independent Chiefs team. And they are already at midfield with a chance to take the lead heading into halftime. Not something anyone thought they would be saying about this Independent Chiefs team on the road against a great SEC Lions team with 2.5 minutes left to go in this second quarter of action. Heading into halftime, can the Independent Chiefs... Remember, they get the ball coming out of half, too. But 2 superstar X-Factors still activated for this Detroit Lions team. He's going to take the snap, handoff up the middle. Jamal Williams actually gets some running room there. Going to get 7 yards on that run. Probably his biggest run of the day. Going to bring up second and manageable, 2nd and 3 upcoming with 2 minutes and 20 seconds. I would like to get another playoff here if I'm the Independent Chiefs. Justin Yoon does not exist in real life, so he's the worst kicker in the NFL statistically. So that is what he is under center. Zach Wilson's pressured. He fires underneath. It's going to be caught. First down. Under pressure finds Jamal Williams for a first down just outside the 30-yard line. Great throw by Zach Wilson under pressure. And it's going to set up 32. That's about a 47-yard field goal. Definitely makeable for Justin Yoon. But you want to punch this in, right? You want to take a 17-10 lead here if you're the Independent Chiefs heading into halftime. Empty set here for Zach Wilson. 5 wide, obviously. Takes the snap. 4-man rush. He has time. He fire underneath. It's going to be caught. They're able to break a tackle and get out of bounds to the 25-yard line. I believe is Chase Claypool with that run after catch. Again, the wide receivers have not been huge here today. But in the past couple drives, Will Fuller's made a big catch, and Chase Claypool, again, with a decent-sized catch. And Miles Boykin has their 1 touchdown of the ball game. It has been a lot of Cole Kmet offensively, but while the SEC Lions have kind of keyed in Cole Kmet in this offense, they've been able to get it to other players. Again, 5 wide for the Independent Chiefs inside the green zone at the 25-yard line. Takes the snap. 4-man rush. He fires quickly on the out route. It's going to be incomplete. Trying to get that ball to Chase Claypool. And the defense forced an incomplete pass. 3rd and 3 upcoming from the 25-yard line. And you need a first down, right? You do not want to settle for a field goal when your defense got the 4th turnover of the ball game. Only having 6 points to show for it would be rather sad if you're an Independent Chiefs fan. Shotgun here for Zach Wilson. Running back to the right of him. Takes the snap. He's going to go pass. He fires underneath. It's going to be caught, I believe, for a first down to, you guessed it, Cole Kmet. Whenever he is in danger, whenever he needs someone to throw to, it has been the Cole Kmet show, and he has been a huge player for for this football team. The defense has come up huge, but if you had to give an MVP award to a player so far, if you're an Independent Chiefs fan, it has to go to Cole Kmet. He has been too huge offensively to not give it to him. 1.5 minutes remaining in this football game. All 3 timeouts still, so time not that big of an issue for the Independent Chiefs. Shotgun here for Zach Wilson, running back to the right of him. They bring a 3-man rush. He scrambles to his left. He fired across his body, and he's able to get it to the 15-yard line. 7-yard gain on the play. Getting the ball underneath the Miles Boykin for, weirdly enough, his 3rd catch of the ball game. He's the leading receiver of all wide receivers. With 1 minute and 10 remaining, clock's still counting down, but doesn't really matter if you're an Independent Chiefs fan. Again, time's more on your side running down than it is the SEC's. Shotgun here for Zach Wilson. Trips to the top of the set. He takes the snap. He is going to have some time. He fires underneath. It's going to be caught just short of the line to gain. Independent Chiefs are going to take a timeout there. 3rd and inches. Catch made there by Jamal Williams. 3rd and inches, you got to think you go Jamal Williams here. He hasn't been having the greatest day on the ground, but he is one of your better offensive players. And getting the ball into his hand with this little, with just a little handoff of the middle is not the worst idea in the world. 3rd and inches, they're actually going to go shotgun. It looks like everyone's close to the line of scrimmage outside of 1 guy deep. Slants wouldn't be a bad idea. They do go pass here. Zach Wilson scrambles to his right. He's going to have some running room, and he's going to pick up the first down inside the red zone, inside the 10-yard line, going to be at the 8-yard line. Zach Wilson uses his legs for the first time. And with 48 seconds left to go and 1 timeout, the Independent Chiefs have a chance to take a 7-point lead heading into halftime if they can just punch it in the end zone with these next 3 plays. First and goal at the 8-yard line. What do the Independent Chiefs come up with? Shotgun here. 1 tight end set with Cole Kmet running back to the left of him. Zach Wilson takes the snap. He has time. He's going to try and scramble, but he's pressured, and he's going to get sacked at the 25-yard line. Huge sack by Myles Garrett is going to push the Independent Chiefs way, way back, and it's looking more like a realistic field goal instead of a touchdown. What a huge sack by Myles Garrett. Tries to scramble out of it, but Zach Wilson should know he can't outrun Myles Garrett. Myles Garrett gets a big sack on Zach Wilson. Trying to use his legs once again. It doesn't work out. Second and goal from the 23-yard line. If you're the Independent Chiefs, you do kind of let this click down because you do still have that 1 timeout left, and you don't want the SEC Lions to have any chance of a field goal before halftime. Shotgun here for Zach Wilson. Takes the snap. He has time. He's going to try and get out of it. Throws under pressure. He throws to the end zone. Incomplete. Trying to get that ball to Will Fuller at the back of the end zone. Doesn't work out. Third and goal with 16 seconds left. You'd like to take a shot to the end zone because, again, this is a 38-yard field goal, which is very makeable. Just very, very makeable for Justin Yoon. And getting closer doesn't really do much. Shotgun here for Zach Wilson. They bring a blitz. He actually has a decent amount of time. He fires underneath, though. It's going to be caught at the 19-yard line. They get 4 yards. He's going to take a timeout. And with 10 seconds left to go, Justin Yoon's going to come out for a big kick to give the Independent Chiefs a lead heading into halftime. Not something I thought I'd be saying, or most people thought they would be saying today about this Independent Chiefs team. But they have a chance to take the lead over this SEC Lions team with 10 seconds left to go in the second quarter of action. Justin Yoon to kick this one for the lead. His kick is up. And it's good. 13-10 lead for the Independent Chiefs with, I believe, 8 seconds left to go in this ball game. What? 13-10 with 6 seconds left to go. The Independent Chiefs are most likely going to be heading into halftime with the lead. Not something anyone thought they would be saying about this Independent Chiefs team. But here we are. The Independent Chiefs have the lead heading into halftime over the SEC Lions. And this second half of action is going to be very interesting. This has not been the score fest that the last Independent Chiefs game was, but dang, their defense has been playing phenomenally well. They have kept them in this football game. And with 2 seconds left in the ball game, the SEC Lions are going to have 1 play to run, really. It's likely just going to be a knee to end the half. And so on that note, everybody, this is GGB. I hope you guys are as shocked as I am, and I hope you tune in for the second half of action. This is going to be a phenomenal ending to this game. Joe Burrow is out there to take a knee. Remember, he's responsible for 3 turnovers in this half. You have to hope he's going to be better in the second, but just amazing defensive effort here by the Independent Chiefs. Everybody, this is GGB saying adios amigos, and good luck to both these teams heading forward.